Hi, my name's Joanna, and I help women to transition from a corporate career into something which is their soul calling. I have a background in law, and I use my skills to help women to set up strong and stable foundations for their business so that they are no longer treating it as a hobby and that they are really set up for making it a professional business. Now, at the same time, I'm very aware that the transition can be a vulnerable time for many. Many women are moving from a corporate career which gives them a stable income, which is accepted by their friends and family, into something which may not be certain and something which they may not be supported with. So I use my background as a theta healing practitioner and also a range of meditational modalities to help support women through this transition so that they can build a business which they're proud of and feel that they are moving into something which they're passionate about. So if you would like to know more, do get in touch. I would love to help you.
Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share with you one really special guest for me. This is Coaching Creo. My name is Stanisława. Today, my guest is Joanna Lingam. Joanna, very welcome here in our broadcast, in our big community. How are you?
Thank you so much, Stanislava. I am fantastic. Thank you so much. It's so lovely to be here, and thank you so much for having me.
Joanna is a person who can help the woman who they want to transform yourself from the corporation career to build your own business. So today we're going to talk about how to transform your passion to the profession. Joanna, can you tell me what is the most important problem or situation where the people coming to you and just start to say, hey, listen, I have this problem. I cannot set up, for example, my business structure, or how I can transform myself every day from 9 to 5. But in the same time, I really have big passion to do these things, what I love to do. How you can start to help them?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the main thing that I see when people come to me is that this is not the first time they've tried. They have tried, they've put in the effort, they've tried to look for places where they can get this knowledge. And often what the problem is that the places that they've tried before, or the programs that they've been on before, are very old ways of thinking. So they're based on very masculine structures. They're based on things which don't actually feel good to people. So it's all about proven structures, as people often sell it as, and not really bearing in mind the need for connection, genuine connection, the need for flexibility. And as we can see in this current situation, where the world is changing so rapidly, literally overnight things have changed, and relying on those old systems, things that were created, way back in the Industrial Revolution, those systems are no longer relevant, and they no longer work in a society where people are very much heart-based and heart-centered, and they need that connection. So that is the main thing that I'm finding at the moment, where people need help with.
Okay, here is the moment I want to say something more about you. You have a lower background, and you are the Theta Healer certificate practitioner, and you have you help them with something really deeply, like going in the energy work.
I think traditionally the energy of a business, or building a business, has been a very masculine energy, and that's where my background in law comes in. So it's very much about building the structures, having things in place, and making sure that you are set up as a professional business. But at the same time, it's also bringing that feminine energy. So all about everything that comes up when you're building a business. So as many of the viewers will know, when you're transitioning from something which is a stable 9 to 5 job, or so-called stable 9 to 5 job, and you have that regular source of income, and it may not be something that they are enjoying at the moment. It literally may have been something that their parents would have told them to do, or society has told them to do this sort of career because it will make them successful in life. And when they're doing that, when they're into that stage of, actually I want to fulfill myself and I really want to be happy in what I do, and then transitioning from a corporate job into a business, it can be a very vulnerable time. So there are lots of things which come up. People have the fear of losing that security, fear of whether or not their family will accept them for what they're doing. They're worried about whether or not it will actually provide them with a stable income. Will have they literally just thrown away their career? So all of these feelings come up, and it's because it's a very vulnerable time, and it can be a completely new journey for people. And that's where I bring in the energy healing work. So I use various meditational modalities to support women through that time, because I know from experience that it can be a very, very vulnerable time. And sometimes you need that support. As those blockages come up, it's really important to not just completely ignore them and say, no, I'm following this structure, this masculine plan. It's really important to just address those issues, those subconscious blocks that come up, address them and clear them so that you can carry on. And that's essentially for me, that's the basis of building that solid foundation for your business. Because as you have the right structures in place, you also work on yourself, and that will enable you to become very successful in your business as you grow in your life as well.
Joanna, how you start? How was your beginning?
So my beginning was very much the same things that I help women with at the moment. So I grew up in a family which was very much like, literally before I knew what a lawyer was, I was like, okay, I'm going to be a lawyer when I grow up because that's what my dad wanted me to do. Yeah. So I grew up, I done everything that I was meant to do in order to get to a career as a lawyer. And I got there and I was like, hang on a minute, this is not my life. This is not what I want for myself, working endless hours, never having time for my children, never truly being happy, because it's always like the need to get more, the need to constantly get promoted. And I got to a point where that was just not good enough anymore. That was just not fulfilling me. And I knew deep within me that there was something in my soul that I needed to address. So being it from my background, so I've always had some sort of like holistic therapies in my life, or I've had like meditational modalities, because that's the way that I was brought up. But this time I was like, actually, I need to really dig deeper. And that's where I started on my journey as a theta healing practitioner. And from there, I realized that actually there's something more to what I want to do. And I actually want to help other women who are in very similar situations and who have the skills and abilities to start their own business, but they may not know where to start, essentially, or how to get there. Or they may have tried and failed because they've not been following the right path, or they've not really had the right intuition or the right guidance in order to take them to where they want to be in life.
Yeah, it is true. Okay, now is the moment where I want to say to everyone who wants to know more about this transform way to work together with Joanna, or just to receive from her just a few tips. I want to put the comment below, like the word passion, and she can send to you personally the PDF format where she will give you a few tips how you can set up your business, and I'm sure that will be really helpful. Joanna, can you share with all of us just a few tips about the PDF?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have been focusing very much on creation over the past few weeks, where everyone's had to be at home. So I've created something which essentially will help people to really look at within and to see what essentially ignites their passion. Something which really really will help them move forward in their life in a way which feels good to them. So it's all about first starting from that place of passion. What skills and talents do you already have that you can make into a business? Because sometimes we take those skills and talents for granted, and we're just like, oh, well, it's just something else I can do. So the PDF that I've formulated is essentially to help people, if they don't know already, or even if they think they know the path that they're meant to be going on, is to help them to see what other additional skills they've got that they can use towards building a business. Because a really important thing for people to know is building a business is not all about just what you know. There's various multiple things that you need to bring in order to make it a success. And then also the PDF will cover things like what are the right documents that you should be having in place, what you should really be thinking about. So for it to be a business as opposed to a just a hobby. And also things such as the mindset. You know, there are times in your business when you're going through your business where you may feel like giving up, but it's all about that consistency and making sure that you know that you're doing this for yourself and you're not doing it to please anyone else. So those are just a few things that will be covered in the PDF. So if anyone would like me to send you that, do feel free to comment below with the word passion.
Yes. So here is my word, passion. I want to know more about the PDF. The woman, they coming to you.
Yep.
And they're almost there. They do the transformation,
Yep.
this transition. When they come up to you and they just start to share with you what's happened, how they feel, what you feel for their successful.
I honestly, when I feel that women are transforming, for me, that's my passion. That's for me, I feel that's my life purpose. In order to see women and literally take them through that journey, and at the end to see them in a place where they are happy. And the really important thing that I take away is when they transform one area, we may be focusing on business, but because through the process we work on every single area. So relationships, finances, self-care, all of those different things which are so important. At the end it's almost like it's a completely different person that I'm speaking to, and that's what I absolutely love. And for me, the best thing is actually seeing women who are standing in their power, like their divine feminine power. For me, that is absolutely everything.
Thank you so much for sharing this really powerful information, and I hope, I'm sure, everyone who will see this video will say, yes, that is my passion. I want to do that. And now is the time, dear all. Now is the time for transition. Now is that period where we can sit down at home, where we can have support from the family, our kids, our husband, our partner, our friends. And they can say, okay, what you can do now in that modern, that fashion world. And that is the moment to do everything like on digital world.
Yep.
Now is the time to say, okay, I want to do what I really love and what is my passion.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you, Joanna, and thank you to join me today. And I'm sure that will be really helpful for most of the women here.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Stanislava. It's been amazing having being on here with you today.
Thank you, and see you soon again.
See you soon.